What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after a pretty meh day of content. That's right, our boy Phil. Actually, this was the first non Kino Casino viewer day. That's right, our boys over there at Kino Casino are back. Their first stream in over a month, and we saw it. That's right, folks. We saw it. The boys just had enough of Phil and decided, all right, we're done. We're done with the meme. We're done supporting this locale. Let's go back to our masters and throw some coin to them. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't good for our boy Phil. His viewership was down. His support was meh. And he struggled to get to the tip goal on the night stream. I mean, it was OIC in one of his many socks that came out and actually saved the stream with a huge, like $112 tip at the very end. Anyway, let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Wrap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 30th of September, 2024, also known as Halloween Come Early. And the reason I say that is because, as you can see behind me, I actually set up my Halloween decorations a day early and got them rolling. I also got all of my Halloween themed animations working for the stream. And we even played a horror game today, so it kind of all went hand in hand with everything that we've been doing, which is great. So let's recap how the day went. First off, great day of support. Both streams, we hit the goals. Therefore, the streak is back again. I know, it's kind of silly because the streak goes for a while, and then it just kind of ends all of a sudden out of nowhere. But then it comes back for a while, and that's cool. And I'm very happy for that. Thank you to those who supported both of the streams today, got the streak back on the first stream, and continued that streak on the late stream. That is so nice of you. Thank you for that, okay? So, today's Level 1 podcast covered many topics, including a segment showing off my new Halloween decorations and animations. There was also a segment regarding some guy named COG who decided to try to publicly insult me and got called out for it and basically embarrassed for it, and so I embarrassed him on the show. It's that simple. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to make highlights of both of those clips. Watch the podcast in its entirety as well. It's here already live on the channel, but those are the two clip highlights that I made for today.
All right, so let me stop here. So Phil needs to look up the definition of embarrassed and felt it, whatever, because I don't think he understands what those terms mean. Because if you watch the segment, which I clipped, it was him just reading the stupid tweet and talking about the sector and then talking about this COG guy, which of course he claims he knows nothing about, but yet spends 10 minutes giving you all the information about the guy, right? It was one of those deals. Dude, you look stupid. You really do. Like, if you're gonna roast someone, roast them. It's the same fucking thing. You said the same thing about Ethan Ralph. You say the same things about her. Oh, their background is stupid. Oh, I felted them. Oh, they're seething. You're just a fucking cornball, Phil. You're not felting anyone. You're not seething anyone. You're not that smart. You're pretty fucking dull and boring, Phil. Okay, you look like a fucking clown. But of course, today was the first day of the Kino Casino the Kino Casino streamers back on Kick. And you could see the viewership was down on his podcast, it was down on the first stream, and it was definitely down on night stream. You know, when he plays Street Fighter with the Rage, he gets 400 to 500 people watching. He was barely cracking 300 people on that stream. He was. And support, he was at like 20 something bucks till like the last 10 minutes when one of OIC's many socks came in and dropped some cash on him. And the dude just begged nonstop. I want to look at Frawny's video to see how many times he begged yesterday, but I'm pretty sure it's over 100 times. 100 times this dude was begging. And he actually had the nerve to say last night he's tired of begging. Begging makes him tired. So if you guys could just give him 112 bucks, he'll stop begging. He literally said that. This motherfucker literally said that. And he's just boring. He's so boring. And now that the Kino folks are back, and they're probably, I don't know what their schedule is. I don't know if they stream every day. But this doesn't bode well for Phil at all. Because last night I checked in the Kino folks, and they were dropping massive cash on them. Memberships, tips, whatever the currency is over there at Kick. their dents wailed out on them, and I'm pretty sure that their coffers are pretty empty, and they have no extra money to give Phil. And you could see it yesterday. He struggled both streams to get to the 150 mark. It had to be two whales that had to come in and drop some serious cash. One then dropped a $50 super chat, and then, like I said, the OIC sock, I believe it's Iron Chef Sakai, which I believe has been confirmed that's OIC, dropped $112 to get Phil to that 150 mark. Literally like 10-15 minutes before the stream was over. So, yeah, the dent streak's up to 2, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to get up to 5. It'll die just like the other 8 versions of the dent streak died. You get a couple days of support, and then you get a slow-ass day where you barely crack $50. That's your life, Phil. That's your life, and that's not changing anytime soon, brother. So let's keep going.
Then, we also talked about the merch shop and how successful it is. On day 1, we sold something like 16 items, which is amazing, and that was only within the first 12 hours of the shop being live. Pretty damn cool. So I'm looking forward to more results as they come in. Let you guys know how it's going. Outside of that, various topics here or there, going over the schedule and announcing that I am going to be playing Dead Rising Remastered starting later this week.
All right, so I got to stop it again here. Yeah, 8 people on the launch of a shop, which he's been hyping up for about, what, 3 months? Almost 3 months he's been hyping up the shop. He got 8 people to buy something. 8 people. Now, he tried to clean it up and he said, oh, he sold 16 items. The only reason why he sold 16 items is because their shop kind of forces you to buy multiple items. Because you don't get free shipping unless you spend $40. And if you just buy a t-shirt, that's $25. You have to buy 2 things, typically, unless you get a hoodie, right? So he made it seem like, oh my God, I got 16 orders. No, you got 8 orders, Phil. 8 people out of a couple hundred dents that watch your shit. 8 people bother to spend some extra cash on you and get the merch. 8 people. And, this is the big reveal. This is like the grand opening, right? And you would think there would be some hype around it. People would come and support it just to support what you're doing. Dude, that's all you're getting. That's it. You might be lucky if 1 or 2 people come out and drop some, buy something every month. And then that's going to be it. You're going to be back to making basically nothing on the shop. You're going to be back to like Teespring days where you complained and said you barely made a couple $100 a year on this. So yet again, just like shorts, just like thumbnails, this is just a fad that Phil is doing, and he's going to grow bored of it because it's not going to make him the cash he expects that it should make him. He believes that he should be getting hundreds and hundreds of dollars every month from this store. And when he barely cracks 10 to 20 bucks a month in sales, he's not going to put any effort into it. He's not going to design new merch. He's just going to keep that trash that's there. And, it just, again, it's going to be just like shorts and everything else he's tried. It's going to be like Throwback React. He's already wage quitting that. So nothing new. It's the same shit with Phil. It's like rinse and repeat with this dude. All right, let's keep going.
Okay. Then we jumped back into the casting of Frank Stone. And the good news is we beat it. And we even saw some alternate endings. In a nutshell, I really liked it, actually. I liked it way more than The Quarry, and I actually liked it more than a couple of the Dark Pictures anthology games. I think it's a pretty darn solid horror game with choose your own adventure, quick times, and the like. I think that people like the playthrough, although I think a lot of people just kind of skipped it because they heard it was bad, but it's really not. It's just people are being picky about it, because it was bucks or something, but it was only like 10 hours that long. I mean, you can go back and replay the game and do alternate choices to try to get hidden collectibles and see other characters live or die, because there are different scenarios where I guess certain characters will survive at the end and others will die. My first playthrough, like, almost everyone died, and I only had a sole survivor scenario, and then I went back after I beat it. I replayed about a half an hour, and I was able to get 3 characters to survive. So there are definitely different ways to go about it, and it was kind of interesting to see what you could do when you choose different things. But I liked it overall, and I'll talk a little bit more about it on tomorrow's show, the podcast, that is. But thank you to those who watched and enjoyed, and you can watch the remainder of that playthrough on the channel right now on demand. Then I was Street Fighter 6 with Terry Bogard, and I'm going to be very honest with everyone. It's right back to square one, to the days when, before I was playing at Master Level and I was grinding away, and I'm fighting endless armies of people who are not good at the game, literally don't understand how to play any fighting game whatsoever, but they've memorized a pattern that they saw some top player use. They studied some tutorial video, and they just do it ad nauseum online. The problem is with Terry, he's just not that good. He's got a bunch of tools, but none of the tools are particularly dominant or useful. They're just kind of there. And if you get lucky or if the opponent makes a mistake, you can hit them. But in reality, it's actually quite hard to do that because his priorities are low. He's a slower character. He doesn't have incredibly high combo ability. He doesn't have good rush down. Like, he doesn't have all of those critical things that the top tier has to dominate. Instead, he's kind of like a gimped character, honestly. I feel like he could have been good, but they just decided to nerf a lot of his stuff to not be good enough to hang. And that's disappointing because I wanted him to be good. He's a guest character and everything. He is one of the 4 DLC characters of Season 2. You want them all to be good. He doesn't hold a candle to characters like Akuma, Bison, Cammy, and even Ryu dominates him. I was fighting a Ryu tonight. The Ryu literally was walking forward, mashing jab. It stuffed all of my moves. Like, everything. The only thing I could do is, like, reversal, OD, rising tackle. Everything else was getting stuffed. I'm like, are you shitting me? Every fucking move gets stuffed by a standing jab? This is insane. So, the thing is, overall tonight, I did level up. I started in, like, the middle of 3-star diamond. By the end of the night, I was into 4-star diamond. But it wasn't fun. It was a slog. It was a big grind. It was a frustrating time. Like, I'm not saying I would never use him again. But, man, he's just not fun to play with. And to give you some perspective, I was raging all night how bad it was. It was dropped input after missing move, after why is someone just mashing and getting away with it? I can't do anything. This is stupid. And it's just ultra frustration when I have other characters at Master that I know I could be doing much better with. But I'm playing this new character and he just kind of sucks ass. All right. So will I play him again? Maybe. But for now, after literally 3 straight streams of Street Fighter 6 Terry for fighting games, I don't want to play this game again right now. I want to break. I was so incensed and angry tonight playing this fucking game. I wasn't even talking to anyone in chat. There were contributions coming in. I was like, nah, I'm not reading them now. I'm too upset. So at the end of the night, I kind of did like a big, throw out thank you to everyone and read all the contributions, but it was already, the night was over, and it sucks because I was just too angry, and the game really just pissed me off. When I played Marvel, I didn't get that angry, the Marvel collection. This game pisses me off because of the way that they made it. It fucking sucks ass online, man. So, I'm playing with a character that's not very good, while I'm playing online with the netcode that's frustrating the shit out of me. I feel like Terry would be better offline. I actually feel that way, because his combos are very strict timing, particularly the one that everyone does for top damage. You need to have, like, perfect timing, and I'm doing it exactly the same timing every single time I execute it. And half the time it works and half the time it drops. Not me, that's the netcode. That's the fucking shitty rollback netcode of this game. It's incredibly frustrating and sensing. Like, it's like, God, pissing me off, right? So anyway, I'm happy that people joined and people did say they enjoyed watching, but man, it was frustrating. But I'm happy. Thank you to everyone who supported anyway and let me hit my goals. I'm going to give it a break for a bit. I think what we'll do is play the Marvel collection a couple times in the next couple of weeks, and then maybe go back to Street Fighter 6 later. And whether or not I play Terry, I don't know. I know I will be less frustrated playing other characters, that's for sure. Okay?
Alrighty, so the cope is amazing, folks. We're back to the buggy net code. After spending thousands and thousands of dollars to finally get the right gear, the right joystick, the right PC, the right format, Phil still complaining about the net code. That's right. I think we can finally rule out that the problem here is you. You, Phil, you're the fucking problem. Not the version, not the game, not the platform, not the joystick. It's you, brother. All this money that you spent on all of this gear and PC and all this bullshit, right? You're still the same scrubby ass player you were when you played it on Xbox over a year and a half ago. Nothing's changed. And the reason why you're playing Terry, Phil, and not your other master character that you have in Master is because you suck in Master. You get stomped in Master. The armies of Cammys and Kens come out and just stomp you. That's the reason why you're not playing with Blanca and Dalsim and those other characters that you have. Because your ass gets stomped in Master. So what you do is you're trying to milk the game. You want to level up another character and you think you could do this with, you could do it with Terry. And now you're fucking rage quitting Terry because he's not a great player. Because not that he's not a great player. The netcode is back again to being a detractor. Dude, give it up, man. Give it up already. You've been playing this game for a year and a half and you're as good as you were last year. You haven't improved. Nothing's changed. You still can't find a solution for Cammys or Kens or Juries. None of them. You can't. Any like rush down character will stomp you to death, Phil, and you can't even beat them. I mean, it's so sad. Even fucking characters like Lily, who you claim that are low tier, beat you. You faced 2 lilies yesterday and you got stomped. So it doesn't matter, Phil. Nothing changes. The only thing that stayed the same, really, Phil, is you. You stayed the same. So what are you gonna say next? You need a high-powered PC. You need an RTX 4090. and more memory and a better joystick, what are you gonna complain about next, Phil? Just give it up, man. Move on to another game, brother. You're just not that good. You're not. You're okay. You're just not good. You're better than me, but that's not saying anything because I really don't play the game. But Phil, do yourself a favor. Do everyone a favor, man. And just put a period and move on. Find something else that you could play. You know, do something else. Stick to the Marvel Capcom, which you suck at that as well. And that's the other thing. You suck at that game too. Any fighting game you play, you fucking suck. So again, it's not the game. It's you. It's not the netcode. It's you, Phil. I'm sorry to say, but it's you. Anyway, folks, that's all I had to say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.